Welcome back to episode 13 of my Pokemon Black Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke. My name is JV Evolved. Welcome to the channel. Today we are getting our 7th gym badge. I had to look at the overlay just to make sure I knew what number. Unfortunately, but we are attempting to get our 7th gym badge. Between episodes, I got everyone leveled up and healed everyone. That's pretty much all I did. Also, as for the past couple of episodes, I am watching the League of Legends World Championship, and I'm not happy to be recording at the current time that I am recording. Just saying. But yeah, let's get into this battle. After this gym battle, I will discuss ZA some. So, slight spoiler warning, I'm probably not going to go into, like, actual story details, but I'm gonna probably say some of the megas, so fair warning. Okay, I think I just Icy one here. Giga Drain's fine. I could have easily switched into Cell. I might still have to. I think I do have to switch. Also with the League game, as I mentioned, the past couple, it's a good game, but I'm not invested in it, so I don't plan on getting distracted by it compared to the one a couple episodes ago where I was invested because it was a major upset that I was not expecting. Basically, my only investment in this game is I know a friend of mine bet on it, and he used my predictions for some reason, and he really shouldn't, but it is what it is. I don't think I made too outrageous predictions with it, though. I do not agree with betting on these games, by the way. I would never. He does it, I will give him info, but I would personally not do it. I'm saying all that and how I'm gonna do ZA afterwards. But when I was supposed to focus on this battle, I'm just clicking buttons because his team sucks. No, not this. Gino. I saw green. And I was ready to click Reuniclus. I really want to record 3 episodes. Oof. Today, I really should have recorded. I should have done 2 too. I should have recorded 2 now and 2 yesterday whenever I recorded episode 12, just to get out the entire week out. Wow, that was a crit. But I didn't think I was going to be in this situation today. I thought I was going to be able to start recording much earlier. Not much earlier. I thought I would be able to record yesterday, technically. But no. I'm not on very much sleep and had to record very early. Unfortunately. This is a bit scary. Beartick is... Doesn't he normally have a Beartick? That's kind of funny. I'm gonna go for Shinto. I don't know. Oh, also, well, I should mention this. While leveling up, Shinto now has Psychic instead of Psyshock. I wasn't sure if I wanted to get rid of Psyshock, but I did. Just the increase of damage I'll take, I guess. And Palkia Formal got Aura Sphere. I don't believe anything else learned. Well, some had options to learn moves, but I just didn't teach them. But I think that was all that was taught. Also, I still have Charm on this. I probably could get rid of it at this point, but not cool. Okay. I have to switch. I'm gonna go to Palkia here. It's neutral at least. Icicle Crash is fine. And I did put leftovers on Formal since we got the second leftovers last episode. Aura Sphere should be fine. Hopefully takes it out. And that will leave one more Pokemon, and my team's not that healthy. Depending on what it was, could wreck some of our team, but hopefully we're in the clear. Ooh, Cophagrigus. You're a bit concerning. I'm gonna Dragon Claw. Scary Face, that's fine. Dragon Claw again. Hopefully, crit kills. Probably gonna take 2 though. Yeah, Scary Face again is fine. I'm just gonna assume at this point I've won the battle. The new level cap is level 43. Just of note. 43. Hyper Potion. Cool. It's not over yet. I still think it is pretty much over. Leftovers, full health now. Power split, I don't think this matters. You ate it. Another power split. Cool. We have beat Bryson? This is Bryson, right? It is our 7th gym badge. Cool. We have gotten 7 out of 8 gym badges, 1 more to go. Got the freeze badge, level 80, whatever. Water spout, that is really interesting. Huh. What are our RTMs? Dragon Breaths, whatever, never clicking memento. Dark Void, that's updated. Bullet Punch I already taught. Huh, that is interesting with Fellow. Okay. I don't know if I'll teach it. I am tempted to. Nice little ice slide. That is kind of deadly, it looks like, with that drop, but okay. Hi, Sharon and Bianca. How is life? And there's Bryson. Do we go to the Dragon Spiral now? Which I already got. I already got the encounter there. We got Palkia. Unless there's a new name inside. Okay, let's go heal. And let's talk a little about ZA. So I really did not care for Legends Arceus. I think the main reason I didn't like Arceus was the lack of battling. It was very much just the catching game. And, like, the amount that you had to catch of one particular Pokemon, I really just didn't enjoy. So, yeah, when I wasn't excited for more Legends afterwards, after Arceus. And I will say, I like this format way more, where it was a lot about the battles. The starting at rank Z to going to rank A. I really liked that. I liked just how much battling focused it was. So just based on trailer. Playing the game, the new battle system I personally do not like. It's not that I don't like it, it's just, I don't know, I prefer classic Pokemon in that regard. It's not, I'm okay with one game here or there having this battle system. I really didn't like Arceus' battle system either, when you actually did battles with the different, what was it, strike moves? I don't remember what it was called. One was faster, one hits harder. I don't remember. I didn't really like that system either. So I don't know. Neither battle system I cared for. I I take this one over Arceus, but even the battle system still, even though Arceus is a little more classic. I don't know. Like I was okay with it. It wasn't my preference, but it's not like I would be upset if all feature games had that battle system. I would say if it's just one here or there, I can live with that. It didn't take me completely out of the game where I disliked it. I still had fun. I enjoyed playing it, even though the battling system wasn't exactly my cup of tea. So, there's that. The story I enjoyed. I do think they should have explained more of XY's story earlier for newer players that didn't play XY, because it has been a decade since those games came out. I played them, I know the story, so I really didn't have issues with it. The one, like, plot hole, I guess you could say, is where is, what's his name? What's the gym leader? The electric dude that's in the anime that's with his little sister. I don't remember their names. But besides the point, where are they? Like, that was their gym where it's the main... It's the Eiffel Tower. It's the focal point of the city. It has a big chunk of the game has to do with that. Like, where'd they go? Why? I feel like them just not being there, it feels really weird. I think that about a lot of XY characters. I like the cameos, not cameos, the returns we got of the XY characters. I do think there should have been more of them, just because it's only been 5 years since the events of X and Y. Which I guess that's a slight spoiler. You find that out during the story, how long ago it was. But yeah, I feel like just knowing that, there should have been more characters from XY that showed up during the story. I believe there was only 4 that were there, and 2 of them, I'll be honest, I didn't really remember. The main 2, yeah, absolutely. I knew when they showed up, even though one had a different name at first. But yeah, story-wise, I think the story was fine. There's aspects that I may have done differently or changed, but it's subjective. I really did like the ending. I didn't think they would actually use that ending, and I was pleasantly surprised. But overall, story was fine. I don't think it was the best story in Pokemon. I don't think it was the worst. I do think it was very odd where the game really doesn't feel like it has a villain. Which I guess that is a spoiler. Okay, skip forward. If you don't want to hear anything about ZA and you're waiting to play it. Not having a true villain and having various people that, like, are teased as villains, or, like, you're led to believe that they are going to be a villain or this and that. To then not really having a villain, like, I guess you can say the villains are the previous villains, because they were caught. You can say Lysander's stuff from XY caused the events of ZA, and Lysander is just the villain again because of that, because what he did in XY caused everything to happen in ZA. But I don't know, it's not like you're stopping a villain, it's just stopping a side effect of XY and not anything else. It's not, no one's trying to take over the world or do this and that. It feels really odd not having that villain, not having that very focal point of you're the bad guy going after, which I like that it's different, but to go through the whole story teasing about different people being this villain and for them not to be really, like, everyone just feels like a rival. And without any true villain in the game, I guess. So, I do like that it's different. I do think it was a little weird. I don't know how you would have went about it to, like, tell us there's not a villain earlier without something. Okay. This is really unfortunate. There is a chance that Fellow lives. It needs to live one hit. We might be okay. Had to stop my entire train of thought for this. I hope Ice Shard kills. It's neutral. I'm 5 levels above it. Froslass is good attack. It's same status as special attack. Cool. We should have lost Fellow. We outright should have. Better AI, Fellow dies. 100%. 100%. Okay, back to ZA. Yeah, that part's weird. The new Megas I am a little disappointed with. I really like the a lot of the XY Megas, and I think there's some new Megas that I think are really, really cool. Particularly the ones, the XY starters, Gen 6 starters. I think all 3 are great. I don't like Greninja's flipped upside down. Would have liked him to be a little different than his base form outside of him being upside down. But I do really like them all. Didn't get to use any of them, but I do like them. Victory Bell, I think, is one of the coolest looking Megas ever. He looks dumb, yes. I think I don't know. He's my favorite from this game, and I didn't even use him because my starter was Meganium, as I've mentioned. I didn't want to have another grass type. If I hadn't picked Meganium, I would have ran with Victory Bell the entire game. Alright. I would have. The starters all getting Megas were cool. I think the worst of the 3 starters Megas is for Alligator, just based on design. I'm not talking about stats or anything. I really don't... If the weird head thing was closed the entire time, I would actually really like it, because it looks like a Totodile. But with it being open, he just looks dumb. I think it's similar to Regidrago, where I think similarly about that, but Drago isn't nearly as bad. Drago looks fine as is. He looks better sideways with the mouth closed. Whereas for Alligator, just looks dumb, but he looks good with the mouth closed, and it should just be closed. So there's that. Meganium's Mega is exactly what I expected. Just more flowers, more colors. Like it's what I. If you told me to predict it coming in, more flowers. Maybe a little bigger. I don't know. I really don't know how I would have predicted it without it. And then Emboar. I don't have to heal. Emboar is interesting. I really like that he has a trident. And that's about it. I think he looks fine outside of that, but I don't know. Outside of that, I'm just like, he's fine. I wouldn't have ran him even if like he was in the overworld and wasn't a starter spawn. I wouldn't have picked him, but he's fine. My team for it was Meganium, Dragonite. I wasn't planning on using Dragonite. I was planning on using Drampa. Spoiler, Drampa got a Mega. I'm gonna say a bunch of new Megas here, so if you don't want to hear it, skip forward. But the game's been out a week and a half. At this point, if you haven't played, I'm sorry. You should kind of just expect the spoilers. But I used Dragonite mainly because I found Dratini really early on complete accident. I played the game a little late, like probably 12, 16 hours after everyone else had already started playing. And I knew Dratini's location got leaked. I saw the post about it, but I didn't actually look at it. And I was just running around the map, playing with. I was in a call with a friend while playing it, and he was about 4 or 5 hours ahead of me, and he had no idea. I ran into it before him, and I was just like, "Hey, you know, Dratini's here, right?" We both ended up using him. I wasn't planning on it. As I said, I was going to use Drampa. But, Dragon Knight's Mega grew on me the more I played. I really didn't like it, or I thought he just looked goofy. It wasn't for me whenever it was revealed, but the more I used it, the more I saw it, it did grow on me. I do like it. I think Drampa's, though, is really freaking cool. I wanted to use Drampa, but you get him so late, and I just couldn't get him to spawn, so I gave up. I wanted him, he wouldn't spawn for me, I gave up, moved on. And unfortunately, that was not the only time that I had to change the Mega I was going to use. I had a really hard time deciding my 6th Mega on the team, and I ended up deciding on Skarmory after I saw it. I really didn't like Skarmory from, like, the leak. I think he looks better in-game. I still don't think he looks great, but he was the one that I was like, okay, I'll use him. It's not my favorite, but I think he looks good enough that I'll use him. That was kind of my thought process, which was fine. And then, it spawns in a really annoying location. I will say that. Skarm, I think, by far the most annoying location in the game, outside of, like, Beldum, because as far as I know, Beldum only has one spawn, and it just... there's 2 there, and if you don't catch it, you don't catch it. But, Skarmory, yeah, he spawns in a really dumb location where you have to survive, it feels like, or be sneaky somehow and be lucky. But, every single time I would have a Skarmory spawn, and you can catch Pokemon after you knock them out in this game. Makes it easier to catch them. May not have been the best plan every time, but I was just knocking out Pokemon to catch them, to be honest. Unless they got in the ball when sneaking up behind them. Once the battle started, I wasn't bothering getting them to the red. I was just KOing them, throwing a ball, and catching them that way. It legitimately, I killed that Skarmory 10 times before I called it, and by the time I called it, I had beat the game, and I wasn't switching my team at that point. I tried over and over beforehand to try to get it, and I ended up having to use an old Mega because of it, just because he wouldn't stay in the ball. You're given the Kanto starters. In XY, I chose Charizard. I decided to pick a different one. I picked Blastoise this time just because, again, I already had a Grass type. And I wanted a Water type. There's only one Water Mega, new Water Mega, and I think it looks dumb, and that is Starmie. I really don't like Starmie. It just looks dumb. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't use Starmie. So I went back on Old Faithful Blastoise. I never used it in an XY playthrough, so I was like, might as well. It's been a long time since I've used Blastoise in a regular playthrough that wasn't a Nuzlocke as well. So, for nostalgia's sake, it's been a while. I used it. I didn't use him a lot, but I used him enough that he was on my team. But it did feel like I had a 5-team roster for a good chunk of the game. So that was 3. The other 3 were the ones that, with the leaks, I was really excited to use. One was Scolipede, which, after using him in-game, I don't think he was nearly as cool-looking either. I was kind of disappointed with it. But it was fine. He was fine. I thought, based on leaks, he looked better. But after seeing him, it was like, okay, it's fine. It's not what I wanted, but it's cool. The other 2 I was very happy with. One was Chandelure. Chandelure, I think, is a very basic-looking Mega. It's what you would expect from a Mega Chandelure, but I still really liked it. It was what I expected, but hits like a truck. I had fun using it. It basically became, I don't know, my ace, my starter. I soloed used it for a good chunk of the game once I got it. I really like the Chandelure, and it was the one when I saw it got leaked, I instantly knew it's on my team. I really like Chandelure as is, and I was very excited to use it. And the other one, which I think is the second best Mega behind Mega Victory Bell, which is Scrafty. Just an emo Mega that it just fits. It is exactly what it should be. It fits the Pokemon, and Scrafty's cool as is. I was looking forward to that one as well. I wasn't as sure with it with the leaks, where I was a little iffy. I knew I was using it, but the leak that I saw, it didn't look as good as I was hoping for. But in the game, I thought it genuinely was really, really cool. So yeah, that was my team. The other Megas, I don't know. A lot of them I didn't really like. Clefable was fine. Clefable, I think, is the second dumbest one behind Starmie. But it's also exactly what I would expect. Well, maybe not flying. But I don't know. I would expect Clefable to look kind of goofy, and it was. So there's that. Another one, which I have on my team here, is Froslass. Got a Mega, which was one that I actually wanted to use and probably would have used if not for the double Ghost type. Other than once I saw it in game, I was like, this doesn't look like a Mega. This looks like a Dynamax or a Gigantamax. It's not what I would have expected for a Mega Evolution. Like, it's fine, but it's not what I want. So I'm happy it got a Mega to go alongside Glalie, since Glalie got one and Froslass didn't. So there's that, but I don't know. Something about it just was not... It wasn't what I wanted. I don't know. I'm not going to go into two really late game Megas, just because those are like, maybe you're playing it, it's very deep into the game, you don't want that spoiled. I think they're fine. The very broken one, I think, looks the leak, I think it looked kind of dumb. It looks better in game, but yeah, they're fine. They're not like, they're not great, they're not horrible, they're there. I probably need to stop using Clink Clink as much. What other Mega was there that I wanted to talk about? Oh, Drill. Excadrill. I think Excadrill is going to be really, really, really broken. Really broken. It looks kind of dumb, in my opinion. Just make the drills bigger. Like, it's fine. I considered using that one as well, but I don't know. It's fine. It's not great. It's not horrible. The Electros, I think, was cool looking. I don't like Electros. I think it fits it, but it's not like I was ever going to use it. I feel like I'm saying like a lot this video. I don't know why. Or I feel like, I guess, I'm saying a lot this video. I need more sleep. Maybe my vocabulary would be better. One more sleep. But here I am, recording at a time that I don't want to be recording at. Is there anything else besides that I want to talk about ZA? The map's fine. The colorful screws were annoying. I got all 100. Hey, Zekrom. How you doing there, buddy? And then, the other thing about the game that I wanted to talk about was the online battles. So, as you should know by now, since I've in this playthrough, I'm naming Pokemon after COD pros, and I've mentioned multiple times that I am watching League of Legends, that I'm not immune to the most toxic games on planet Earth. There are times where those games have made me very annoyed, very frustrated, made me wish the worst on people. Not really, but you get what I mean. And, so this is coming from someone who's dealt with all that. I've played COD for years, and not even years, it's been a decade, genuinely, a little more than a decade. And League, I've been playing for a couple years now. So saying all that, will say with confidence, the new multiplayer mode for Pokemon ZA is genuinely the worst multiplayer mode of all time that I've ever played. In any game ever. I've played Brink. I thought Brink was god-awful. I've played a lot of multiplayer games. Different genres, different this, different that. I genuinely hated my experience in ZA's rank mode. And it's not even like I was bad at it. I hit rank A. Was I playing correctly at the end? No, because I just wanted to hit it and get it over with, just because of how everyone else was playing it. And like, I don't know, like my original goal was just to get the Greninja height, that thing, and then quit. But I was so late that I was like, I'm close enough. Let's just hit rank A for the sake of it, and then never play the game again. Again, outside of getting the last Mega Stones, maybe. Might not do that now. We'll see. We will see. We will outright see. Because I really don't want to. Oh, new encounter. Okay, new encounter. It is Maractus. Great. Great encounter. I need to switch my lead. But yeah, I can go into details about why I didn't like the rank mode. The first thing is, with the new battle system, there's a timing where you can switch your Pokemon, where you don't get hit by moves. Which, I like that idea. I genuinely do. And to nerf it, you only get 3 switches per life. Once a Pokemon fades, you'll get a respawn delay. It takes like 10 seconds between the respawn delay and throwing out your Pokemon, and sometimes it feels like 20 because you have to run across the map to get to where the fighting is going on. Oh, I had the name. Oh, I know what I'm naming you. Spart. Might as well. But yeah, so the respawn delay I think is too long with how short the battles are. I think lowering the respawn delay would actually benefit the game mode to an extent, to make the game be played like a human being by some people. But yeah, the switching thing, to swapping out, that I was complaining about, that I like the idea. The problem you have with it is there is a delay in the game. And I don't know if it's a case of I am on a bad server for me. I don't know where the servers are, and I'm just on a higher ping than I think I am on, so the delay is worse for me, and I have to figure out the timing for that. But I legitimately had situations where my rank team was Gardevoir, Garchomp, and no, it wasn't Garchomp. It was Gardevoir, Dragonite, and Excadrill. I switched from Gardevoir to Dragonite. The Dragonite was on the field, and then my Gardevoir died, and I was in a respawn delay. It was absurd. Like, I don't know if I was just on a bad server for me or what, because I don't know what the server is. And I don't think the game, like, forces region locks where NA plays NA, Europe plays Europe, this, that, just to help with the connection. I genuinely think you can play anyone from anywhere, which, to a lot of people, that's probably a good thing. But in a game like this, where timing matters, it's really punishing if you're on a bad server. I still didn't switch. So there's that. I had a situation where another thing in the game with the delay or whatever it was, because I genuinely don't know what happened, was I was on a pretty small map. I think it's Zone 3, the map was, for anyone who has played the game and knows it. It's a circle, but think of it like put a square around the circle, and people spawn in each corner, more or less. So I spawned, walked 2 feet, saw my Guard of War came out as well, and I saw the enemy. It was a Mega Scolipede. Use Mega Horn, kill 2 people, and then stop. It stopped a good 15 feet away from me. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it was far. It wouldn't have touched me. Gardevoir was behind me, and my Gardevoir died too. And I was just like, what am I supposed to do about this? I'm not there. Okay, we're fine. I didn't. That could have been bad. It was very frustrating, especially later in the ranks where people started playing. Well, they started not playing, in my opinion, where I legitimately had games where people would just run in a circle the entire game. They weren't attacking, they weren't doing anything, they weren't doing anything. They were just running around in a circle to make sure their Pokemon wouldn't die. I don't know why you would play the game if you're gonna do that, genuinely. I don't know if you earned XP or whatever the rank up is called, the points needed to rank up just for surviving or not, but it was consistent. They would go like 3rd, 4th place, just running around in circles, not doing anything. And it became very frustrating because you could only hit them with certain moves. Like Psyshock is a guarantee to hit. It outright is. That's cool to know. I don't think I'm going the right way, but this is a new encounter. I don't know if I get an encounter in the water here though. Is there grass here? Oh, how to repel up. Okay, new encounter. Diglett, cool. I still didn't switch my lead. But yeah, I had a lot of problems with it, and I think another big issue is the rewards you get. I think the rewards in the rank mode is genuinely trash. They are... I could have got more of the rewards running around in the overworld for 5 minutes. Genuinely. It wasn't... And, like, at first, at the beginning of the ranked, I was getting these really underwhelming rewards, and I was like, okay, I'm really low ranked, that's probably why. And then I played more, and I'm just like, no, it doesn't improve. It's the same rewards. I'm just getting a little more. It's not worth it. Outside of the Ninja, genuinely, you can stop playing there. Like, the final reward I got was 301 Mega Shards. Mine are maxed. I have all the Mega Stones. I don't need more. It's not worth it. It's not, like, I would have took, like, 5 large XPs. 10 medium XPs, even though Infinite Royales at the end, you get that for doing one initially. I don't know, it just wasn't... It was bad. The rank mode to me is genuinely a letdown. Diglett, name for Diglett, Purge. Yes, he spells it like this. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's something there with the rank modes, but various things have to change. They have to actually go in with it to give servers for different locations. Split up the communities, even though they might not have a big enough player base to do it across the world, just because other people might not have had as bad of an experience as I had with the delay. Like, maybe it was just I played at a bad time of day. I got thrown into a game with primarily on a Japanese server against 3 Japanese players because they were all Japanese names. Maybe I just got unlucky because of that. but I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't cool. I wasn't happy about it. And I had multiple experiences like that, which I think is what makes it worse. Am I going the wrong way? Apparently some of us are working in the Relic Castle in the Desert Resort. I have to go to the Desert Resort. I don't remember this. Okay, well, if I have to do that, I guess I'm going to call the episode here, and next episode we will be dealing with Team Plasma. So with that, this has been episode 13 of my Pokemon Black Hardcore Nuzlocke. Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke. Have a good day, everyone. See you later.